Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Maybe magic, shrill, sleep paralysis and demons. Elite leaders plotting to deceive us, holding secret meetings.
This program uses magic, suggestion, psychology, misdirection and showmanship. I achieve the results you'll see through a varied mixture of these techniques. At no point are actors or stooges used in this show.
There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee.
I'm sure this is going to get copyright. We'll see.
But there was a certain man called Simon, which before time in the same city used sorcery, and bewitched the people of Samaria, giving out that himself was some great one, to whom they all gave heed, from the least to the greatest, saying, This man is the great power of God. And to him they had regard, because that of long time he had bewitched them with sorceries. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God.
I told my mom everything. I don't understand this.
The girl Matt had seen in the window, the hanging man, the smoking man. We knew there were ghosts in the house.
What was that? This jar comes flying off the counter. What is going on? These things are flying across the room.
Like someone was just throwing them.
Bang!
I felt like my children and my family were under attack.
this pentagram. We knew this was a sign of witchcraft.
Yeah. And then just hold it out in your hand like this. Perfect, yeah.
Clearly using strings and wires. They must have paid them all.
I was cleaning, still unpacking, just setting up the house. My pride and joy was this beautiful candy dish. One of the few really nice wedding presents we got. I'd always leave it in the middle of the table. All of a sudden, the candy dish was on the other side of the table. I don't even know how to explain that.
I think they're Skittles or Smarties. So watch the blue ones. I think he spells the time with them, gets them to think of a number, so he not only gets the number, he can move objects just like poltergeists, haunted houses, spirits. There's a parallel.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, When Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, Show a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, Take thy rod, and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. Now the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantments.
Yeah, it said after Moses had done that in front of Pharaoh, he brought in his magicians and the wise men, and they did the same thing. They were able to do some sort of magic and turn a staff into a snake. Just what Dynamo is doing there.
For they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents.
Thousands of years ago that was written. I'm going to talk a lot to try and avoid copyright.
One of these fake snake things from the market, put it in a hat, turn it upside down, and a real one came out. It was so crazy.
I have so much medical work. Can you help me? I put my coffee down to go let the dog in. Bye. To clean my room. I heard Jamie call me, and I immediately came into the house. I closed the doors and I turned around and the doors were open.
They seem like very genuine testimonies. This one's called Paranormal Witness, where there's not one witness, there's multiple witnesses, relatives, mothers, daughters, police officers, paramedics, firefighters. and they all give their testimony of what happened that night. So, I mean, multiple eyewitnesses tends to rule out bullshit, especially from people of that profession. You know,
I couldn't believe what I just
can move physical objects.
saw. I was freaking out.
Listen, I saw it with my own eyes, she says.
I was scared out of my mind. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it happen. Yeah. Jamie said to me, Mom, we have a poltergeist in the house. We knew that day that something was really, really wrong. But that was nothing compared to what happened in the following months.
Just think of any playing card.
Yeah.
You know what's in your mind?
Yeah.
Think of a card. Where's the strings? Where's the wires? Right. Look how shocked he looks, look. His card's gone.
Oh, you bastard! Sorry. Put some cards on a pool table and they just miraculously opened like it was some evil wizard. They just sprung open like that. And then my card flipped out. If he can do stuff like that, it's not right, is it?
So he's a celebrity, so how are you going to buy the celebrity? Like, you're not going to pay off the celebrity. And he's saying if you can do stuff like that, it's not right. He witnessed it.
Not like that.
Okay.
He took my hands and kind of guided me to untie the laces. They floated in the air and untied themselves. It seemed like from the floor. It was weird. Something out of a movie.
It just goes playing across the room. There's nothing here. It's not cool when things like this happen in your own home. It's really scary. I'm not sleeping here. Haley, wait. It's like someone picked up the water bottle and threw it. It slams into the wall just right by her head. I felt like something was trying to be intentionally vindictive. I didn't like it. And I felt like I was unable to protect my daughter.
It's still floating. Bit smart.
I put my drill on the floor. My drill's missing. That drill was just within hand's reach.
So what moved it? In a spooky...
The bathroom light was on. I hadn't been in the bathroom.
Obviously as well, you're not getting like the backdrop to these stories, but the series is Paranormal Witness. I highly recommend it. How I said earlier how they use multiple witnesses from law enforcement, paramedics, all that stuff. They witness the same event and all give multiple testimonies, which kind of rules out bullshit, but you know. And from the way they're telling it as well, it seems very genuine that they're telling the truth of what they actually experienced.
My drill is right there on the floor, standing upright.
Same power, can move stuff. That's odd. This is the same trick we saw earlier with Dynamo on the pool table. How gets him to pick a card. This is David Blaine. Pick a card, and he knows the card, and the card just slides out. The reaction.
Are you kidding me? Oh
第一次见面，确定一下手上没有任何东西，你的手上也没有任何东西，虽然是第一次见面的，为了镜头确定一下，就在这个空间。
This guy always hit me with copyright, so I've got to move it around a bit. His name's Yif in Japan. He's the big one in Japan. Watch this guy's reaction. Open it, yeah? I just don't want the copyright. Look, his face. Oh, it's just laughing. That's exactly how I'd react if I was him. Okay, see you later. There's Dynamo doing the same thing. He not gets him to pick a page. He not only gets the correct page, but makes it open without touching it. I mean, wow, look at that fake reaction, how he's just paid them, how they're not shocked. Slightly scared, probably. And here's the parallel.
Every morning I was in the habit of washing the breakfast dishes and putting them away. turn around, the cabinet door was open. They come straight across, all one motion. And slams down.
I might just get audio copyright.
It scared me to death.
I bet it did.
And it felt dangerous.
Evil.
Very, very dangerous.
Look at him, he's pointing. It's making the penny move in the bowl. I mean, if they can move like the planchette on the Ouija board, or the pencils in the Charlie Charlie game, or chairs, or glasses, I think they can move a coin. Also able to hold things in position, hold things in place, and balance them perfectly. This is being helped, man.
I want to try something using my phone. You can actually find a balancing point on a phone.
Can you?
Right there, you can actually balance it, which that's pretty cool, right? Yeah? If you practice, you can take it a step further and you can...
See? Listen to that reaction.
So, that's what I can do with my phone, but let me try something with your phone.
That's amazing sleight of hand. Strings, wires, magnets, trick photography.
Use yours.
Or a paid audience, look, it's paid them all, man.
So, let's try this.
Or something's moving it, something's holding it. It's a bit of an angle,
Can I use that as a really sort of message one a little bit?
This guy does the same thing. They all have the same, like, skill set. You know what I mean? It's like they're Pokemon, and they all got the same moves. All of it can be explained with the assistance of a spirit. If you believe in evolution, then you're forced to say that this is all illusion. You're forced to say it's all fake.
Take it to the next level now.
Oh my god!
I've not got enough of the background in for it to not get copyright. Oh, we shall see.
Think I'm all set. Okay, so you're thinking of a record, right? I'm going to try and work out which one it is. But I need you to help me a little bit. Okay. Which one is...
Thousands of records. And he had one attempt to find it, and he found it. This went viral in India apparently, it was all over the news. This, in India. Look, he's out cold, look. Like hypnosis or possessed. Because if he was awake, look, it's out cold, that kid. And then when he comes back down, the spirit leaves him and he wakes up. Telling me he paid that whole audience to do that? He paid that whole crowd?
Sorry?
They all demonstrate the same power. As he was levitating that little boy, they also levitate themselves.
That is awesome.
That's
How are you doing?
an angel of light.
Did you see the lights jump? That's insane.
Nothing can use his powers to its full extent.
They could link that to the extraterrestrial stuff, but that's for another video. Those lights. If those lights in his hand were in the sky, it would look just like a UFO. It seems like they have the ability to do orbs, balls of light. If that was in the sky, I don't buy the crowd's reaction though, because if I witnessed that, I would be running or screaming, or I'd run and push him. They seem too calm and relaxed to have just witnessed that in a shop. Look. That black guy's the only one that's like genuine reaction.
He had blue magic coming from his hands. He defied gravity. He just raised up. No springs, no wires, nothing.
It doesn't make sense. I don't know how he did that.
I don't understand it.
Damn it.
It's a magnificent city.
This as well. Oh my days. I'm probably going to get copyright for this, so I need to be careful. I think this could have been staged, I don't know, because like the reactions as well, I think the reactions seem too calm to witness that. Very blasphemous, of course. All mocking Christ. The one where he pours the fish, like in Africa, pours all of these fishes out of a bucket. Of course, walking on water. Wow. So demonic. There is obviously like sleight of hand and like illusion, where you like chop the woman in half or pull the rabbit out of the hat, but obviously then there's the 5% magic, which is like unexplainable, defies laws of physics. and the only options are he either paid every single person here like 5 grand, 10 grand, whatever, or it's trick photography, trick editing, or he actually did it. Those are the only options.
All of a sudden, something
Lifts her off the ground. It's the same as spirits. There's so many testimonials of people being lifted.
cuts off my airway. I'm being choked.
Mom, I didn't know what was going on. Her legs were barely on the floor.
I was dragged from the couch. I'm being pulled. I can't do anything. I tried to stop myself and pull myself up, but I kept going. I saw my mom being picked up and lifted and dragged across the room. It was kind of like someone was picking her up.
I didn't know how to help you.
Girls are screaming. Something was dragging her into the window.
He went face first into the window.
Are you serious? Somebody touched my shoulder.
No, he touched my shoulder.
God. Okay.
That's another way they rule it out as well. So going to Will Smith's house, you're telling me Will Smith's in on it and his family? Of course not.
Close your eyes. Pay attention to everything.
Touched his shoulder.
Open your eyes. I just saw you do I saw a little something, like a little reaction, which is okay.
Okay.
Tell us exactly what you felt. Tell us.
But push her out.
So what touched her shoulder, bruv? Something touched her shoulder, which no one could see. People are like, oh, it's just psychology. You can learn like psychology and like suggestion and like, it's, yeah.
You feel a touch?
I think so, mate.
Where did you feel the touch?
In my shoulder.
Which shoulder? Which shoulder?
All right.
Tell her what happened. While your eyes were closed, he touched my right shoulder. When you said it just now, you moved your right shoulder. He just put his finger here and pushed down on my right shoulder. And your body moved accordingly. And you weren't watching, your eyes were closed.
Yes.
And you really felt something for real. It wasn't just a...
You didn't touch me. Somebody touched my shoulder. David?
He touched my shoulder while your eyes were closed.
No.
Nobody touched you.
I had to have a dishwasher installed, so I called an electrician and told him where the main panel was, which was down in the basement.
Yes, something grabs him. She could be lying. You be the judge. It's from the
He
same.
told me he had opened the doors. He walked down the stairs. Took a few steps in. Turned around and there's no one there.
It's like, I'm out. Time to leave.
He was so scared he wouldn't come back into the house. He wouldn't come back in.
Guys.
Don't blame him. See you later, love.
Let me ask you something.
Voodoo. Let's talk about voodoo.
Do you believe in voodoo?
Not really.
No.
No.
Do you guys believe in voodoo? No. What have you heard about voodoo?
It's obviously real, like all the stuff in Haiti, and it's, oh man, don't want to play with that.
Like it's a doll, and you tend to like put pins or pinch or something.
Yeah.
I've got this little thing that I made. It kind of looks like a doll. I just wanted to test that theory, and we're in the perfect place to,
Well, we know what's going to happen here.
try and do it. So
his little helper is going to start grabbing someone's neck, just as we've seen a minute ago. Something's touching her. It's all in her head, isn't it? All in her head, man.
You feel that? Maybe the leg. Maybe this is getting a bit too weird. Let's just carry on. Yeah, this is weird, man.
That's too weird. That was so cool.
I felt something on my leg. As if somebody was grabbing my leg and hugging me, almost like a child. I looked down and there was nothing there.
You okay?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything to the landlord.
Yep. Great.
I just pushed it aside, like maybe I was just imagining things.
I think I'm all set.
A second, Chloe. So I just think it's interesting for me that we tend to believe what makes us feel good. If we decide that something is nice or makes us feel nice, that we decide that it's true. Which, you know, you could argue devalues the idea of truth terribly. Can you feel anything at the moment? What are you aware of?
My legs feel really heavy.
Can you move them? Can you move your feet? No?
I'm trying.
This proper ties into sleep paralysis as well. I was thinking how you're totally paralyzed and you can't move and you can't call for help. Scientists say you're asleep. I've experienced it, so I don't want to go into that, but clearly spiritual, how it's something's physically holding you and preventing you from speaking. It's the same thing happens to her here.
You can't move them. You can move your arms, yes?
Yeah.
Just flap your arms a bit for me, just do that, thank you. Just so you can see you can move them for a
This
moment.
is not psychology, this is some possession going on right here. That's it, full-blown possession. The same with hypnosis. Channeling.
Can you move your arms?
No.
No.
You trying?
Yeah.
Okay, now look at me. This will be perfectly comfortable.
Hey, touch
all right?
it, touch,
Nothing unpleasant.
touches her.
Perfectly comfortable. I want you to count. Just try and count all the way backwards from 10 to 0 for me, out loud.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let that close. Can you talk?
Listen to this bollocks, he says.
See, for me, it's all about questioning, I think, and not taking things at face value. Like at the moment you can't speak, but the only reason why you can't speak is that you believe that you can't speak because of what I'm telling you. And the interesting thing is that if I tell you you can speak, all that does is give you permission to question that belief, and then you find that you can speak.
Yeah, Darren, yeah.
Can't you?
That's all it was. No spirits involved whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Because what we believe isn't necessarily real.
Okay. Now listen to what she says as well. Clearly hasn't been paid. Just experienced that.
I couldn't communicate. I just felt my feet and my legs become very, very heavy. if they would just blend in with the ground, basically. It was a really bizarre feeling. I don't know how that's happened. I feel really weird right now, actually. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight.
All of a sudden, I felt a little uncomfortable. I just felt like I'm not well. There was nothing there.
Are you sure?
Detachment.
I completely lost it. Something has actually attacked me. It's touched me.
Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Did you feel anything? Yeah. What did you feel? You told me.
Something. If no one touched his nose, what touched him? They all demonstrate the same power.
Hold your hand there, put your thumb in, and fingers together. Now you absolutely must trust me.
It's like the power's coming from the same thing.
Will you close your eyes for me?
These are prostitutes.
What I want you to do is to count, just in your mind, count the number of times that I touch you on the hand, alright? Just in your head, not out loud.
Touch my
And
body.
you too, if you watch and count as well.
So, 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Tres.
open your eyes. Be absolutely honest. How many times did I touch you? 3 times. What happened? How many times did I touch you?
None.
None. Did I touch you?
Yes, 3 times.
I didn't touch you, did I?
You did.
No.
Something
You didn't
touched
see me
her.
touch you?
So what
You
touched her?
definitely felt me touch you?
Definitely. Definitely.
So you see in these haunted experiences, some people are touched by these beings.
These figures. All of a sudden I felt this really heavy push.
Push. This way. Same power, they can push, touch people.
I hit the ground really hard. I remember hearing this horrible pop.
Ooh.
And I knew I broke
Ooh.
something.
Somebody help me! Mom!
And here she was, crying. Mom, they hurt me. They're gonna keep hurting me. We have to leave. Our ankle was broken in so many places. We went outside with that holy water.
She's thrown holy water around. Thinking holy water's gonna help. So that, think of the planchette on the Ouija board, how that moves around. This is just a bigger version.
Let it rest. Now tell it to stop.
Which, you know, strictly forbidden not to do. Necromancy,
Okay,
to try and
okay.
make contact with the dead.
You alright?
You're opening the door to spirits to come in.
Let me just verify before we go.
Look at their
Nobody was
reactions.
pushing, correct? No. Nobody was pushing? If you were, say so. Be honest. No? Alright. Everybody else, now you want to all grab a table. There are some around the side here. 4 people to a table. If you all want to grab one and arrange the tables in a circle.
Someone is going to hit me with.
That's the only way you can describe it. 1 minute they were dead, the next minute they were off.
It was out of control.
scary. We're barely touching it and it's just moving everywhere.
Sometimes it moves on its own.
Over and over and over. It was all directed to me.
Like the Charlie game, the pencils move on its own. Battery's running out. Battery's running out.
When Darren was doing it with like people in the middle, we were looking at the table. It's like, oh yeah, them people can do it. You know, he just chose them out. But then we all did it.
It was phenomenal. Actually, we were just, our fingers were just touching the tables, and then all of a sudden it just started to move. We were like, whoa, wherever the table went, we were just being pulled with it.
Oh.
I've never thought anything like it. It was really bizarre.
I could feel my whole body shaking. It was an indescribable feeling. I was like, oh.
Well, we didn't even open it.
And this is Zozo. This entity appears all the time, apparently.
Now, dude, it was shit. Oh my god. We didn't even open the portal.
I put this in for the
over here towards this ping pong.
I put this in purely for their reaction, because you can just tell by their reaction, like.
Just like you did earlier? Holy shit. It's 12, it's the new year and it's doing it. 12 o'clock, New Year 2012. Holy shit, dude. It just fucking did it. Holy shit. We fucking put our fingers on right to the moon. Wow. God damn. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit.
They all said it at the same time there. I wonder what happened to these guys.
Like the new year! Yeah! Yes. Jozo, can you show YouTube how you spin the planchette like you normally do? Go! Oh shit. Whoa, that was weird. Oh, that's dude. Oh my god! Shit.
How many spirits are here with us?
Nine. Imagine how many are on there. 90? No idea.
Zozo.
Ah.
Holy excited, dude. We didn't even open the portal. Yeah, we didn't even open the portal. Dude, we didn't even ask you if you there. Just at all. We just put our fingers on it and it started moving.
Were you waiting for us, Zozo, to put our fingers on this board?
Is there anyone here with us? Are you? No. Are you touching?
Are you?
No.
I'm barely.
I barely have my hands on here at all.
Wow.
That is really moving now. Oh, yes! Okay. What is your name?
Wow.
What is the deal with these Z? O. Z. O.
Oh my.
Z. Oh, is your name Zoe? No. Okay. Is your name Zozo?
What's that? Monica. Hey, Monica. Oh my god, Monica.
Hi guys, happy Halloween. We're gonna try this again. Didn't work out too well last time. I'm a bit like this. 1, 2, 3. That is. You know, I'm tempted to run up the gallon. I really can't do anything with that anyway. Noise is going on. Alright, that's pretty much gone. The power of Christ compels you. Yeah, that's kind of... I use my Ouija board. The power of Christ compels you. That's terrible. God, Sunday the 19th of July.
So he starts recording now because he keeps coming home and everything's a mess. There's a lot of stuff going on here, so eyes everywhere. A lot of stuff goes on. The forks come flying out the...
When I came, I approached her, and I saw the look on her face and her eyes.
Is it me?
Why is she still in the
There's
house?
something in the house.
I knew that it was not her. I just knew.
Out.
I didn't like it at all. I was trying to calm her down. But deep down inside, I'm freaking out. The footsteps, the child's voice, the paint, now the door. There's only so much of a blind eye I can turn to these things.
I remember the stress that I was in, that I was feeling, and how alone I felt. It's hard to relive all of this.
Jamie was afraid to leave the room. Her room seemed to be the one place where she felt she had a barrier. She was wrong.
Wow. It's shaking, the camera's shaking in her hand. Look, terrified.
This pounding started on my bedroom door. It was so loud, I was actually frozen in fear. It just eventually got to the point where I had to go through the hallway. Right before I opened the door, it would stop.
It knew.
It's like it knew that I was coming to open the door.
Yes, man.
And I would close the door, and it would start again. Went on for approximately 3 hours.
Copyright. Copyright. she said. Haha.
When I opened the door, there was just a giant hole. It looked like a battering ram hit the door. And the doorknob was bent. Everything was utilized by this thing to pound on that door. The light in the bathroom just started going on and off. I figured something must be in there. Whatever it was trying to get into my room.
Well,
There was no way to lock the door. The bathroom door didn't have the doorknob on it. I decided to take this kite string that we had and wrapped it through the hole in the door. I figured if I have the other end of the string, this thing cannot open the door. I started feeling pulling on the string. As soon as she tightened up on the rope, it tugged at the door. I was freaking out because I figured that once that door opened, I was gonna see something from my nightmares. Some demon that was gonna come at me. I just held on to the string and figured that if it couldn't break this string, that it couldn't open the door. It cut the rope. Figured it out. It cut the rope.
cut the rope.
She was scared out of her wits. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming into the room. I knew that there's nothing I could do to stop it. And there was nothing there. I really had to get out of that house. And closed the door and locked it. I immediately smelled smoke. I looked down and there was a pan that had a paper towel burning inside of it, made to be like a wick.
Right, just moving it.
As I continued my journey, I came across some sadhus who were meditating on the small stone outcrop.
Because of the copyright.
So you see this? You see nothing? Okay?
Seen the guy with Tai Chi do this on YouTube somewhere. Tai Chi, where he makes the newspapers go on fire. But like in that story we just heard, when she opened the door.
We'll try more. Yeah? Different.
Lying, signs and wonders. I should mute this. Because it might get copyright, might get copyright, might get copyright. Move it around. I have the power! So don't touch him, bro.
इस बच्चे के अंदर जो एक देखने का इंटरफेयर है, एक असंभव पैदा करता है दुनिया की नजरों में।
I think we're nearly done. for episode 1. Just objects being moved. Episode 2 goes into detail about how they provide information as well to the medium or the psychic or the magician. Intimate, specific details that they should have no way of knowing. But somehow, some way, they know that information. So where's the information coming from? Lighting candles, dozens of candles. This is mental. We are legion, for we are many. Many. Is that 10, 20, 200, 300? A whole herd of pigs ran off the cliff. A herd of pigs. So if you think how many spirits that could have been, kind of explains this clip for me. There's no way. No way. Diablo. Diablo. Sorry to keep moving it, it's just, trying to cheat the system. And last one, which is like the preview.
I was at work. Jamie had gone out to run an errand. Marie's at home, alone. This thing turned the TV on and off in rapid succession. Just to light up the room.
Those pictures aren't as good as what I caught. Those are just like, I don't know, plasma or something. Mine was full-bodied apparitions.
Unbelievably bizarre.
That's totally different to
this light energy appeared on her camera. What was foremost in my mind was, if it could move heavy furniture, what else could it do? How far would it go?
If it could move heavy furniture, What else could it do? How far will it go?
If it can move heavy furniture, what else could it do?
I would like to tell you, before I continue with this act, 3 things in absolute honesty. First of all, I cannot see through these envelopes. You'll know this if you've written a question. They're thick black opaque envelopes, I can't see through them.
Your mate can.
Secondly, there is not a single stooge or confederate. Anybody in the audience that's sort of going to be playing along. Equally, nobody's secretly feeding me information or anything like that.
You are the only one who's able to see me. And of course, my voice can only be heard by you.
Nobody's secretly feeding me information.
Nobody's secretly feeding me information.
Nobody's secretly feeding me information.
Really?
Light? It'll be all right. Answer it.
What is it? I thought you'd like some apples. The neighbors brought them over for us. Why on earth is it so dark in your room? You'll ruin your eyesight.
Anime's Death Note.
Mom can't see him?
Secondly, there is not a single stooge or confederate. Anybody in the audience that's sort of going to be playing along. Equally, nobody's secretly feeding me information or anything like that. And thirdly, most importantly, I do not believe for a second that I have any genuine psychic ability.
Man.
Ask somebody to write down a sentence or a phrase, and this is entirely up to you what you write. Okay, I'm going to get you to write it down on this piece of card. If you take those for me, now obviously it's very important I don't see what you write, so wait till I've turned away. But anything you like, a phrase or a short.
Turns round. It don't matter if he turns round, because the entity is watching.
Tell me when you're done.
And telling him.
Yeah. Okay, and just hold the card like that between your hands like this, so I can turn around so you can not see it. Is that safe? Yep. Okay, great. Michelle, can I bring you back round here again this side? You come and stand here. Now, your point of view here, Michelle, is just to make sure that I'm not going to cheat or turn the look. So you're essentially going to hold my gaze. All right, so you know I'm not going to play. All right. Now, Michael, what I want you to do is to hold the card, so the card is flat, but writing side down. Yep. And you come around here just a little bit so that I can put my hand. All right. I'm not going to touch the card. Now, what's interesting about her methods, of course, is this is 1845, all right? They were simple, but weirdly, the word big, is that right? A, big? Hell?
Hello. Big hello. To everyone watching.
2.
Everyone.
That's hello, big hello.
Big hello
Is this
to
right?
everyone.
Am I close? Yeah. A big hello to...
Everyone.
All matching.
All
or
watching.
watching even. A big hello to all watching. Can you show the camera? Let's have a look. This is
Oh, how did he know that?
Thank you so much. I'll ask you to go stand back there again.
Just like
There's no
psychics.
human possible way that he could do that.
That's right.
Well, he is a human. But it's not normal.
Awkward
And now
laughter.
that demon is communicating back to the demon that's in the psychic. It's a demon hotline. Not a psychic hotline. You have 2 demons communicating back with each other what the other person is doing. You know, it amazes me when these people that go to these seances, and that's where you have a medium where this person is supposed to be in contact with this never world, and one of the spirits from one of your family members have passed on into this world, and you try to contact them.
Only Bill would have
And it
known
amazes
that.
me because all of a sudden, only Bill would have known that. It's amazing. Nope. The spirits that were around Bill that are familiar with him intimately knew that too.
You have a wallet on you?
I have.
Okay, will you show me where it is? Just don't take it out, but... Is that inside pocket? Alright. I'm going to get into here, but I'm going to keep looking at you. I will take nothing, but I'll tell you everything. As people used to say.
Right.
And you hold my gaze there, that's a black wallet. Alright. There's silver, a silver card, and a blue card. Silver card maybe is I think... Yeah, it's a Visa card. I can see the Visa symbol. All right. It's a receipt.
So he's got the Visa card.
That looks like a cab receipt.
He's got a cab receipt. He's got the date.
The date. Maybe that was on the 28th that you used that.
He knows the date.
And that's £10.
He knows the price.
£10 cab receipt. There is. So I'm trying to get everything back. There's a book of stamps.
He knows he's got stamps.
You've taken 2 hours.
He knows 2 are missing.
There's a folded paper in there. Money, I take it. No, it's not. There's no money. You've got no money.
He knows there's no money. He knows there's a shopping list. He knows what's on the shopping list. I mean, he's being fed information. Clear as day.
2 missing. 9009.
Or even those
need to turn it over. The last one. Let's have a look.
It's so obvious. It's so obvious.
Alright, okay.
I did not know myself that the number 28 was written on that receipt. I'm completely, utterly baffled, beyond my comprehension, how this is done.
There's a very fine line between a magician and a con artist.
This is David Blaine from Breaking Bad, where he just tells him his PIN number.
Can you unlock the phone? What's his code? Tell me what his code is. What's his code? What's his code? 0557. Oh my
How did you know my code? Is that the code? That is my code. I can't stop sweating. How did you know the code?
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Yeah. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Maybe this, maybe that. Yeah. Listen. Maybe I was wrong, maybe I was right. Maybe the darkness and the light are intertwined. Maybe there was giants who designed these megalithic structures. No ancient aliens, just Nephilim instructions. Maybe this is counterfeit, maybe this is true. Maybe God will stop Iran before they bomb the Jews. Maybe this is evidence, or maybe this is speculation. Religious fairy tales and scientist imaginations. Maybe God knows everything and psychics are assisted by spirits. Maybe Ouija boards open doors so demons can visit. My rhymes are like hieroglyphics, living pictures that's vivid, blinking you'll miss it. Maybe the seed of the serpent's lurking in these industries. That's why these politicians interbreed. Maybe I will die old, maybe I will die young. Or maybe I will be alive when Christ comes. Yeah, there's no middle position. You either did or you didn't. The future's in the distance but it still remains hidden. Wishing things were different, my vision is reminiscent. Yeah, there's no middle position. You either did or you didn't. The future's in the distance but it still remains hidden. Wishing things were different, my vision is reminiscent. Maybe I lost a lot, maybe I needed that. Maybe I didn't appreciate what I always had. Maybe I made mistakes, maybe I did well. Maybe I'm filled with pride, or I just love myself. Maybe this is my fault, maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm being punished for making wrong decisions. Maybe I'm bitter, maybe I'm better. Maybe I'm better off if I'd never even met her. Maybe I will change, man, maybe I won't. Maybe I will be the same till I'm grey and old. Maybe I was brainwashed and didn't look at all the facts. Maybe the planet isn't spinning and the earth is flat. Maybe magic's real, sleep paralysis and demons. Elite leaders plotting to deceive us, holding secret meetings. Maybe I'm just paranoid and took too many drugs. Or the love I had was never enough while I was growing up. Yeah, there's no middle position. You either did or you didn't. The future's in the distance but it still remains hidden. Wishing things were different, my vision is reminiscent. Yeah, there's no middle position. You either did or you didn't. The future's in the distance but it still remains hidden. Wishing things were different, my vision is reminiscent.